Welcome to another Sunnyside design tutorial. We are getting excited for Christmas and want to share with you some ways that you can decorate your home on a budget. That's what we love to do. Today we have some fresh greenery that we have clipped down. This is Juniper, which I love to use for Christmas. Not only does it smell good, but it doesn't have those sharp, pokey needles like a pine would, and it's got these beautiful blue berries that I love. The other thing you will need is a metal wreath form. You want to make sure that you pick up one of these from like a craft store that's a little more durable. Don't pick this one up at the dollar store. They are flimsy and the welds will break on you, and this is going to get heavy as it holds all of this greenery. So the supplies we need will be the wreath form, the greenery, some paddle wire. I like this because it's on a paddle. It's really easy to just wrap and use. You'll also need some pruners to trim your greenery, scissors for when we put a bow on, and we've got some ribbon here. Got some different ribbons. I love this blue with the berries on the greenery. And then just some Christmas picks that you'd like to put with it. I also have my little cutting dikes here for trimming the wire. So to begin with, we are going to secure the wire to the wreath form. So I'm just going to take that, twist it so that that is secure. It doesn't have to be super tight. I just don't want it to come undone. So I'll hold that up so you can see that that is secure on there. Okay, the easy part is that we are just going to wrap the greenery on. So I've got these kind of segregated into two piles, some that are bigger and some that are smaller, so I can kind of fill them in as I need to. This is probably about the biggest size I want to use, which I would say is about maybe 13, 14 inches long. So just begin by laying it on the wreath, and then I'm just going to wrap the wire around 2 or 3 times, pulling it really tight to secure it in place. Okay. Then I will pick up my next piece of greenery, place it on, and wrap. Grab another piece, and wrap. Oh, this smells so good. Love that smell of the fresh greens. And any evergreen type of greenery that's in your yard will work for this. Okay, my berries are even starting to fall off a little bit. Okay, grab a few more pieces. Okay, and we're just overlapping and wrapping as we go around. This one's kind of short, but it's even been trimmed off here, but it's still gonna work. It's still gonna fill in around and make it nice and full. Okay, grab another big piece. I'm gonna do, since these are a little bit shorter, I'm gonna do 2 at a time on this particular one. Wrap. Well, look, we're almost about 3/4 of the way, 2/3 of the way done already. It's looking great. So you can use pines. You could also use possibly, if you kept it outside, maybe like a boxwood would also work and make a beautiful wreath, wrapping that up fresh. This one's going to go on my front door. I really have a hard time having too much fresh greenery that would be like hanging and making a mess inside my house. That would drive me crazy. Oh, and look at all the berries on that beautiful piece there. Love it. One thing about just having one long continuous strand of wire doing this is after the holidays, I can just clip the wire in one place and all of the greenery is just gonna fall off fairly easily. And then I just save my wreath form for the next year. So I just use it over and over again so that I can have a lovely fresh wreath every year. And if you've ever gone out and priced a fresh wreath, they can be quite pricey. So to make your own can save you quite a bit of money. And at Christmas time, we all want more money, right? Okay. Oops, my paddle's unwinding a little bit too far. Okay. Now as you get towards where we began, we're going to start tucking those branches kind of underneath so that it will all kind of blend in and you won't be able to tell where I started and where I stopped. Ooh, and I hope I have enough greenery already clipped here. Hopefully there's enough here to make the whole wreath. Okay, I'm layering in these small pieces. Okay. These last few pieces, I'm probably gonna have to lift up a branch or two to kind of wind it around so that they don't show, so that it still secures it into place. Okay, grab a couple more. One little spot here that could use a little bit more. Tuck that in there. Secure that one. All right, that looks great. So there we have it. Now I'm just going to flip it over and I'm going to take and cut off my wire. And then I'm just going to secure it into where I've looped it. Okay, so I've looped it underneath. Let's see, that was too far. Let me see if I can tip it this way. So I've got the wire that's looping right here, and I've taken the wire and looped it underneath just to pull it tight. And I'm going to do that a few times just to secure it into place. So stick it underneath a wire and pull it. Stick it under another wire. Just do this a few times and it will be nice and secure. I'm also going to just loop it around the frame a couple of times there at the end. So you can see right here is the wire frame, and I'm just going to go right in there underneath the wire frame. A little hard to see upside down. There we go. Okay. It's nice and secure now. I'm just going to trim off that extra. All right, and there is our beautiful fresh wreath. Okay, now I'm just going to add a little bit of decoration to it. I think it looks great just the way it is with the blueberries, but I am going to add a bow to it. And I picked up this beautiful velvety ribbon at Hobby Lobby and some silver as well. I thought the silver and the blue were so beautiful with the juniper berries. So I'm going to quickly show you how I make a bow. I'm going to drop those to the floor. I will need a piece of wire for this, so I'll cut off one that's maybe about 18 inches long, just so I have lots of room to work with it. Okay. All right, got that ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to layer my ribbon. So I've got the silver on top of the blue. And I'm just going to begin with about how long I want the tail to be. So I don't want it huge on my wreath. So I'm just going to go out about 12 inches and then I'm going to pinch it together. And I'm going to create the center loop part of my bow first. So I put the ribbon between my two fingers right here. And then I'm going to make a twist so that the right side of the ribbon is always on top. And I twist it, and as I twist it, I push my ties to the other side. And I'm just going to keep doing this back and forth, making a loop on each side. So I'm going to take my ribbon and fold it back as big as I want my bow loop to be, put it between my fingers again, and twist it so that the right side is up, and make another loop. Put it between those two fingers. All this time I'm holding it together with my thumb and my index finger. So those two stay the same, and then the loop goes between my index finger and my third finger. All right, twist. And I'm going to do 3 loops on each side. Will be a nice size bow for this wreath. You could make it as big as you want though. So I've got, that will be the 3rd one, and there we go. Okay, got it. Okay, so we've got our loops made. I've got 3 on each side. I've got my center loop for the bow, and then my streamers coming down. So I'm going to pick up my wire now, and it's going to go through the center where my front loop is, and then I'm just going to grab it, the wire, pull it to the back side, and then I'm going to just twist that together to secure it. So I will just spin the ribbon holding the wires still. Okay, there we have it. Okay, and then all it takes is fluffing the ribbon at this point. So we're just going to pull apart my silver and blue ribbon, fluff it up. This is a wired ribbon, so it's nice. You can shape it just the way you want. Okay, there we have it. I'll take my scissors here, trim off my silver here. All right, now I'm going to put it on the wreath. So I'm going to just find a spot where I feel like it needs to go. Maybe right here. Take my wire, so we've twisted it there. I'm going to take each side of it, place it on the wreath, and then take those 2 pieces of wire on the back side and twist them together. All right, you get that nice and secure, and then you can just trim off those ends with the little cutting dikes. Okay, now we just need to fluff that back out again, make it look pretty. And then my last final step will just be adding picks, and picks are optional. Don't have to add a pick if you don't feel like yours needs it. I'm going to take my ribbon and kind of pull it to the side so it goes down the side of the wreath like that. Trim up the ends, the pretty little V cut. All right, now I'm just going to tuck in my picks. I got these picks at Hobby Lobby, and they are just really a pretty green. I thought would go nice with the wreath. It's got a little bit of glitter on it, and they're kind of velvety. So my plan was to put a couple of these at the top of the bow, and I'm just going to shove them under the wire where we wired in that bow. Go. And then I'm going to place one more at the bottom. And then it is ready to hang on the door, ready for Christmas. There you have it. There is the completed wreath. Here's Here's our completed wreath, all ready for the holidays. Doesn't it look fantastic and festive? I love the way the blue juniper berries look so beautiful against the blue door, and that beautiful blue velvet and silver ribbon looks so festive. We are now ready for the holidays. We appreciate you following along on our tutorial of making your own fresh wreath. Please follow along on our website at tothesunnyside.com, on Instagram at tothesunnyside, Facebook at tothesunnyside, and Pinterest tothesunnyside0618. Thank you, and we hope to bring your home to the sunny side of the street.